Hi, Zizaran here with another quick video, and I just wanted to make a overview and a sort of like review of the build that I wasn't really able to play, but the Impulsa Fire Ignite Explosion character, and I think it ended up as a very fun concept. It was pretty much all my currency, so I won't be able to do this until way later in the league if I do it again. So one of the main things of this build is an Impulsa with Storm's Gift. This is a very normal thing because Storm's Gift will proliferate the explosion, making it scale and chain, and it looks really cool. This is incredibly strong because Impulsa can't normally chain. So that is one of the parts that we have here. So because of Shaper of Flames, even the lightning damage itself can ignite. And obviously we're not getting the bonus, 25% more damage with the ignites you inflict, which the highest damage type is fire. We don't get that because the highest damage type is lightning. But that's not that important because a corpse explosion in Path of Exile is incredibly high life. So we're getting a really big base hit, and then 50% of that will be part of the ignite, and that will get scaled by all our other stuff like elemental overload, etc. And I'm also proliferating the ignite by having fan the flames, which is a radius of 15. And in addition to this, I have a stormfire, 6% increased burning damage for each time you've shocked a non-shocked enemy recently. So we're obviously, while clearing, getting an insane amount of damage. And while we talk, let's see the build in action just in like a white tier 15 map. This is a level 80 build, and I just leveled from 78 to 80 off stream just to see how Stormfire was. And we're using Elemental Hit. That's because I actually want to EE enemies. EE makes that the enemies take 50% more fire damage. So this is incredibly strong. Even though I'm a very low level character, and I don't even have level gems, I have a level 17 or 18 firewall, every explosion is doing a large amount of damage. And this is a build that really does a lot better the more monsters there are. So if you're able to put on like sextants and scarabs, then it's even better. And it felt really good with ultimatums because it wasn't actually removing all the corpses in ultimatums. And what that does is that we have these like big fire circles that are just killing mobs as they spawn, and that ignite even spawns the impulse explosions. So it was just really good, and especially in high density, we're just getting a large amount of damage. This is similar to some Hierophant builds I played in the start that get like really high damage by killing a lot of monsters. But it absolutely feels like butter. And the single target is obviously pretty low. That is something I was going to solve later by getting a large amount of percentage fire damage and a large amount of gem levels, because Flame Wall gets a large amount of damage from that. So we can see like the boss damage here in the tier 15 is going to be very low. It's going to take probably like 20 to 30 seconds to kill the boss, which you obviously don't want. But either way, I was going to experiment a little bit with Fire Burst as well, because that got significantly buffed, but I'm not sure how good that would be on a 3-link. Most likely I would end up with a 1 with like 70 to 80 fire damage and something like +1 fire, and even better if I could get a 1 that had +1 fire and +1 spell. That would be the best case scenario, and would give me a large amount of single target damage, as well as getting an amulet with like +2 gem levels, +1 int and +1 fire would be what I'm looking for. And this is also a build that could benefit a lot from really good cluster jewels with a lot of more fire damage over time multiplier. And I think it turned out really well. It has a decent amount of defense. I have 64-56 block without a roomies, and when I turn the roomies on, I have 75-74. And that's without using anything like a Tempest Shield or anything like that. So it should be pretty doable to, especially with Glancing Blows, get block cap for all of mapping. And that is what this character is. It is a mapping character, and I was just going to take a lot more life nodes next, and I'd hopefully end up with like 7k life and just breezing through 16s. If you're wondering what the character looks like in the gear I had on it, it's called Zizaran Burn Everything. So you can just import Zizaran into your path of building and look at the character there. I don't think I'm going to be making like an extensive guide for this character, since it's not really something I was able to play a lot. And I don't plan on like playing it more on standard, obviously. But either way, I wanted to make a quick overview of what I was planning to do and what I've done so far. And obviously, I do have the golems for extra damage, and we have the Aegis, which is loads of like elemental protection. So against elemental damage, I have pretty much 7,000 life. I'm a little bit surprised it died as fast as it did, but you know, Mariketh is very scary, and Legion in general. Either way, just wanted to make a quick video, and I hope you guys enjoy the videos, and thank you again for all the YouTube support. Sub if you like the video, but more importantly, try to die less than I do.